Welcome to day 2 of the Origin Cup. And before we begin match number 5 or match number 6 dito sa ating labanan, let's get to meet the players. Ako po si Noel Zarate, now with Vann Corteza and Michael Feliciano. Unahin muna kita, Michael, tinatawag sa'yo Agent X44. At ito nga, taga Laguna ka. Unang sabak mo rito kalaban ng dati mong kapartner sa double. So, anong napaghandaan mo sa paglaban mo kay Vann Corteza ngayon?
Nagpa-kondisyon lang naman ako. Natulog ako ng sakto. Yun lang.
So ngayon, ito naman, Van, alam naman natin, commentator ka minsan, pero ngayon, ikaw yung pag-uusapan. So going up against itong kaibigan mong si Michael, ano naman ang masasabi mo?
Sa akin naman, Noel, para sa kaibigan mo si Michael, good luck na lang para sa amin dahil dito sa event na to talagang hindi madali. Dahil parang mga magagaling, ang dahil magagaling.
Oo.
So sa akin na lang, pagigihan ko na lang paglalaro. Sana sortehin.
Well, race to 7 po itong ating magaganap dito sa ating 10-ball challenge. The Origin Cup continues. This is match number 5 and we will have that for you very shortly. This is match number 6 of the Origin Cup round of 16 featuring Vann Corteza versus Michael Feliciano. And we welcome you to our continuing coverage of the Origin Cup. We are now in match number 6 of the round of 16. We have 2 more matches in the round of 16 to determine all of our quarterfinalists a little later on. And this is still Noel Zarate. This matchup now features 2 people who are friends, have been teammates before, but now going up against each other here in this race to 7 10-ball competition. And Michael Feliciano and Vann Corteza, and I'm now joined by Mr. Hadley Mariano. So Hadley, when you came up with this tournament, alam naman natin lahat ng pros na kukumbidahin natin dito, may magandang magiging laban dito. Pero how did you come up with this Origin Cup?
Actually, yung dad ko nakaisip nung tournament. Tapos nagkataon, bumisita si Rico, yung pinaka-owner ng Origin Qs. At naisipan namin mag-collaborate. Kaya doon nagkaroon ng Origin Cup.
So far sa Origin Cup, yung mga surprises din na naganap. Alam naman natin kahapon, yung bata, yung 15-year-old na si Benok Regalario, muntikan na niya madali itong si Ronnie Alcano.
Decision na laban nila ni nung former world champion na si Ronnie.
At of course, kahapon nga rin naganap yung upset ni Jundel Mazon over yung pinapaniwalaan ng marami na mananalo ng tournament. Itong si Carlo Biado.
Si Carlo. Actually, pati si Gomez.
Oo.
Na hindi natin akalain na ma-straight nitong si Banyares.
7-2 yung naging score nila doon. Nag-concede na nga si Gomez doon sa last track nila. Sa ngayon, ito si Vann Corteza. Alam naman din natin yung resume nito si Vann. Veterano na rin ito. Kalaban niya ito si Michael Feliciano. Paano yung naging proseso sa pagpili ng mga 16 players natin dito?
In-invite lang. In-invite siya ng Origin. Tapos, kung mapapansin nyo, may ibang players na hindi nakasali. Depende sa availability nila.
Right. So far ngayon, ito si Vann Corteza. Maganda yung latag ng mesa para sa kanya. From the 4 to the 5. Yung 8 na lang siguro. Maganda dapat ang maging preparasyon niya galing sa 7. Ito si Vann Corteza, of course, the 2020 champion naman sa Derby City Classic 9-ball competition. Tsaka yung katangian nga dito sa 10-ball, call shot lahat ito. Especially stricto pa yung referee natin. So far, ito si Vann. Okay naman, the 41-year-old from Davao.
to. Mukhang uubusin na to ni Livan.
Oo. At saka very short race, race to 7. Pagdating sa semifinals, race to 7 pa rin ba tayo?
Race to 7 pa rin tayo.
Wow. Quarterfinals pala, quarterfinals.
So, sa finals tayo mag-race 9.
Wow. So talagang sobrang ikli lang nito. Tsaka
Anyone's game talaga.
Yeah. Tsaka ibang klaseng pressure sa single elimination,
Oo, ibang klase talaga. Pero okay lang naman kasi since walang entry fee, at nakakapag-tournament sila tulad ng dati.
Tama.
Diba, hindi naman lahat ng tournament free ang entry.
Siyempre, pati itong mga ito, kahit sabihin nila free yung entry, bragging rights pa rin yan. Ikaw yung...
Tsaka, ano itong mga players natin, mga sabik sa tournament.
Tama.
Kasi ang tagal nang walang tournament dito sa Philippines. At hindi naman lahat ng players nagpupuntang Amerika para makasali.
Alam naman din.
Malaking chance ito para sa mga Filipino players natin na nandito lang.
Vann Corteza strikes first dito po sa kanilang labanan in the round of 16. Kung itong si Vann Corteza 1 rack to nothing over itong si Michael Feliciano. At saka winners break tayo dito.
Oo, tama.
At bago tayo magpatuloy, nais ko lang pasalamatan din ang ating mga sponsors. Bugsy Promotions, Origin Carbon Fiber Shafts, etong Billy's Resort in Oslo, Cebu, Aqua V, Lugaw, ang lugaw ng Cubao, Mudcakes by V. And Carex Kayanong ng Target on Air sa DZME 1530 kHz, Bounce Apparel, Music Avenue, Vehement, all about the process, Lulu's Apple Pie since 2000, and of course, Dehadista and Liabadista Sports Bars in Quezon City.
Sige, Noel, maiwan na kita.
Well, maraming salamat,
Hadley
Hadley Mariano.
Si Master Commentator, AJ Ong.
Nako, si AJ.
Maraming salamat, Noel.
Mukhang may muta pa si AJ. And we will now have AJ Ong joining us here as we have Vann Corteza who won rack number 1. Ito is mga last man standing ni AJ. Itong lumalaban ngayon na si Vann.
Paboritong
Yan na.
Yun. We are live.
At mukhang naipit ka sa matinding traffic na naghaganap dyan.
Yung habal na nabook ko ang tagal. Sabi niya, QC lang. Yung pala, haba pala nung...
Hindi dapat pala, pag ganyan, sa mga gusto mag-donate ng kotse, kay AJ Ong, kahit nakakarag-karag, gagamitin niya pa rin yan.
Oo.
And this is going to be a miss para kay Vann Corteza on that cut shot papunta sa dos. And this is the first time we will be seeing at the table ngayon itong ating kaibigan na si Michael Feliciano. Not very many people know about Michael. Of course, he did campaign overseas in China and Japan, but more known for his work here in the professional circuit sa Pilipinas. He's gonna kick at this too and makes it. And just like that, bumuka yung mesa ng bahagya. Problemahin na lang niya rito yung biyahe niya mula sa 3 at sa 4. So he does have a straightened shot on the 3. How does he prepare for the 4? Does he go offensive when he gets to the 4? Kita naman natin, very small landing spot, and he will call the 4 into the side. Of course, yung ating referee ngayon, si Jaynard Orque. One of the international campaigners as well. And Michael Feliciano, nag-usap kami nito si Michael kanina Pagandahan daw ng Sargo ang magiging labanan dito sa Race to 7 na to.
Oo, syempre. Pinaka-vital part ng game talagang yung Sargo. Tulad na nangyari kay Carlo Beado versus kay Jundel.
Pati na rin kay Benok Regalario nung nagtay na sila ni Ronnie Alcano na 6-6, bigla nag-dry break.
Yun na nga, 'di ba? Sargo lang talaga ang labanan talaga. Kasi well-matched talaga ang ating lineup, no?
Well, these two guys were actually partners sa doubles event ni Senator Manny Pacquiao in Bacolod. Kung saan sila ang nanalo nun. So partners ngayon, magkalaban naman sila. And kung iniisip niyo po, ito si Michael Feliciano, sino ba ito? Sa lahat halos ng naging tour ni Senator Manny Pacquiao, player itong si Michael Feliciano doon. He is 43 years old. At siya naman ay taga Laguna, Santa Cruz, Laguna. Make that 35 years old rather. At siya naman ay taga Santa Cruz, Laguna. And mukhang no problem na itong opening rack na ito. We would like to say hi to our friends who have already watched or who are watching right now.
Yes, currently we have 396
and that
viewers.
Number will grow in just a few moments. We're only in our first match. Second rack pa lang po ito. And we're gonna have a tied score
Ayan.
Tied at 1 apiece here in this race to 7. Match number 6 sa ating round of 16. Of course, if you're just joining us and would like to know about the results for tomorrow, it looks like I will be reverting to the English commentary once again. For those of you who are just joining us right now, of course, our friends from overseas, that is Vann Corteza on your screens. No stranger to those who follow the professional billiard circuit internationally, and he's going up against Michael Feliciano.
That's right.
And Michael Feliciano, as we mentioned, 35-year-old from Santa Cruz in Laguna province in the Philippines. He started his professional career in 2004, so he's now on his 17th year as a professional, but not as decorated as Vann Corteza internationally, at least at the moment. So let's see what his break is. This is what he was practicing earlier, more of just the break.
At syempre, nanonood pala ang ating kaibigan, si Procopio San Pedro. Shout out to you. Si Eli.
Well,
isang solid Shark Fanatics.
Nothing down on the break for the man they call Agent X44. That's his.
So yun yung moniker niya.
That's his moniker. But he's
Agent X44.
Reminds me of it's actually from a Tagalog film in the 70s featuring very famous Filipino actor by the name of Tony Ferrer. That was his alter ego, Agent X44.
So saan naman nanggaling ang ano niya? Moniker na yun.
He was just given that. So Vann Corteza now at the table. But he will miss the shot on the 1. And that will be the second unforced error again for Vann Corteza. He missed a shot on the 2 in the previous rack and leaves this 1 ball to be consumed by Agent X44. But as we mentioned, this is match number 6 already in this competition. Yesterday, day number 1, the first 5 matches in the round of 16 commenced with Dennis Orculio emerging as the first victor against Edgy Geronimo via a score of 7-4. And that was followed, of course, by that hill match between the veteran, former world champion Ronnie Alcano and the 15-year-old Beno Regalario. And Ronnie Alcano won that one 7-6. That was followed by the match between another veteran, another legend, Francisco Django Bustamante. The 57-year-old took on 23-year-old Anton Raga, and the youngster from Cebu went on to win that one 7-2 to advance to the quarterfinals. And then what we could probably call the first upset of the tournament was Jundel Mazon beating Carlo Biado.
Look at this.
What a safety shot there coming from Michael Feliciano.
Very punishing safety shot.
Yeah, Carlo Biado lost to Jundel Mazon 7-6 in their matchup. And of course, the nightcap from day number 1, Jericho Banyares totally manhandling Superman Roberto Gomez 7-2. So those are our 5 semifinalists or 5 quarterfinalists at the moment.
Yun. Good shot.
Good shot and good.
And the counter.
Coming from Vann Corteza.
The Slayer.
Yeah, the Slayer has now put Agent X44 against the ropes, at least on this shot. He's going to kick at this, it appears. So our matchup currently is Vann Corteza taking on Michael Feliciano. They are tied at 1 rack apiece. Later on, after this, it will be also the matchup between Baset Mokaybat and Jonas Magpantay. And this too might be seen by Vann Corteza.
Medyo hook dito sa tres. Magandang spadahan ito, ha?
Yeah. And our final match for today in the round of 16 will happen at around 5 p.m. when the veteran Antonio Nicoy Lining will take on Roland Garcia.
So he called the 2 ball on the corner.
Jump shot.
The jump.
He could not pocket the 2, and looks like he will sell out the 2. Depends on how it lands. No, it's still a difficult shot here.
Yeah, this will be another safety shot.
So these 2 friends are tangoing now with this 2 ball in rack number 3. We are tied at 1 rack apiece.
Yun, shoutout kay Revo David. Ayan, tsaka si Doc June Villon who's watching, and si Exxon Mendoza is asking, si Michael ba si Agent X44?
Yes.
Ngayon ko lang nalaman.
He is.
Agent X44.
Agent X44 with a safety attempt. If this lands behind the 10, it'd be perfect. No.
Kita.
Yeah,
And,
may combination. There's a
there's a
combination here.
2-7 combination available.
And Jaynard Orca has just announced that Vann Corteza has called the 7 ball into the corner pocket. And again, this is a very, very swift matchup in a race to 7, especially when you have two pros going at it. Now, he made the 7, but I'm not quite sure if he got good shape here on the 2. He can see the 2 a bit, but there's going to be another safety on the 2. You can see a part of this 2 ball.
Tries to duck behind the 8.
Oh, great speed.
Nice.
That's called a total eclipse of the 2. There it is, Michael Feliciano, our 35-year-old from Santa Cruz, Laguna. And actually, when one of the tournaments that he joined in Cebu, he actually finished 2nd place to Anton Raga. So you can see here, he's not going to back down in this safety battle against the veteran Vann Corteza.
So is this the first time na nag-match
No,
up
they
itong dalawa?
played against each other before, but of course Vann has had his number more often than not.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I fancy him. I fancy Vann winning this.
Yeah.
Ano,
Well, he's
match.
one of your last men standing,
That's
my
right.
friend. So you have
Dennis and Vann.
you have a vested interest in this matchup. Almost came in contact with the 4. But he's still okay with his layout. And this should already be automatic for the 41-year-old from Davao City. As we mentioned, he was one of the last Filipino overseas champions in a prestigious tournament when he won the Derby City 9-ball competition just last January, about a year ago. After defeating the killer, Joshua Filler, in the final. As Vann Corteza, who sometimes does commentary work here with us.
And is now back in action.
Yeah. And no problems cleaning up the rest of the balls here. He could be on his way to a 2-1 lead.
So shout out to Anito Kid watching again. So meron siyang mga konting facts about Vann Corteza, the
Yes.
first Asian World
Oh, yeah.
14.1 champion.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you very much, Sharks, Bugsy, and Origin Carbon Fiber Shafts for this amazing event. Mabuhay from pool capital of the world yan. Mabuhay from the pool
the
capital.
Philippines,
Yan,
that's right.
syempre,
And we do have
ang
some sponsors
Pilipinas.
as well.
Oh, syempre, maraming salamat sa Bugsy Promotions, Origin Carbon Fiber Shafts, Billy's Resort in Oslo, Cebu, Aqua V, V-Lugaw, ang lugaw ng Cubao, Mudcakes by V, kay Karex Kayanong ng Target on Air sa DZME 1530 kHz, Bounce Apparel, Music Avenue, Vehement, all about the process, Lulu's Apple Pie since 2000, De Hadista and Liamadista Sports Bar in Quezon City.
So we're now entering rack number 4. Vann Corteza on top, and he is breaking, leading 2-1 against Michael Feliciano here in the Origin Cup. And it's great to have you with us, Noel Zarate, alongside AJ Ong, broadcasting from Quezon City in the Philippines. And the break has not been kind to these two gentlemen. That's another dry break from Vann Corteza. And studying the 2-5 that are sort of welded together.
Yeah, I think it's not a...
It's not available.
Yeah, it's not.
Yeah,
It's not a 1 ball. As we call it in the Philippines.
Wambol.
Wambol.
That's what we call it. He's going to try to hide the cue ball behind the 2 and 5, it appears, on the shot on the 1. Oh, he tried to go offensive and break it up, and in doing so, may have opened the table, although there is no clean shot on the 1 unless that's a mega cut. if Vann Corteza wants to take it on.
Yeah, well, with a lot of inside, but I think he's going to hide this behind the 2.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect. Shout out to Johan Chua,
Oh,
who's
wow.
watching.
One of my favorite players.
Also, Ren De Vera, ang ating talagang gabi-gabing nanonood dito, no?
Yeah,
Si
well,
Ren De Vera from MEBC.
now you can see after making contact on the 1, table has opened up now for Vann Corteza. So another safety battle won by the veteran. Yeah, from the 2 to the 3 should not be an issue anymore. There are no problems at the table anymore. It's just getting perhaps from the 3 to the 4 that will be the challenging shot. Yeah, the 4 ball does pass the 10. So he may elect to shoot this underneath. We'll also try to avoid the 8 in the process. Avoided the 8 with no problems. Yeah, so this is pretty straightforward already at this point.
So, kailangan lang i-roll itong
Yeah.
cue ball
Just make sure you don't get eclipsed by the 10.
or the 7.
Yeah.
Or pwede naman ding patampal or ilalim
Yeah.
yan, inilalim na lang.
Just chose to take a longer shot now on the 5.
Sobrang straight pala yung angle.
Mm-hmm. He gets to the 5, to the 6. Everything's out in the open already. Ooh. Yeah, that was the challenging shot. Vann Corteza with his 3rd unforced error already. There's still no... Well, there was one on the safety, but that was just forced on him from Michael Feliciano. So no unforced errors yet from Michael Feliciano. Let's see if he can make Corteza pay for missing on this 5. Yeah, he missed.
Just trying to go rail first, swerving the ball. Well, it's a makeable shot. Pero yun na nga, medyo nabitin.
And a reprieve now for Vann Corteza.
So, yung sa mga nagtatanong kay Johan Chua kung bakit hindi siya kasali dito, yan na po ang sagot. Nandito sa ating comment section.
Yes. Pakibasa. Please
yan.
read.
Sabi niya, hindi po ako comfortable for now na maglaro. Yan, dahil nga sa mga nangyayari. Diba?
Yeah.
So, especially may asthma siya.
Mm-hmm.
So, yun. So, kinoconsider niya yung kanyang family na siguro medyo maselan sa mga ganung bagay.
We still have a pandemic going on anyway.
That's right. So, kailangan intindihin natin si Idol.
Yeah, we respect the decision of Johan Chua, and we just wish him the best of health. Stay safe. And it looks like Vann Corteza is trying to go to the corner for this 7 ball. And he's calling for the 8-9 combination. So again, from a safety battle, Vann Corteza with an unforced error. And unable to convert on that error was Michael Feliciano. And here comes Corteza now, about to take a 3-1 lead. And the 9 ball is already at that corner pocket. Just needs to find a way to control the 8 as well, which he barely did.
Yeah.
I can take this 8 in the top corner pocket, as you see. Still have good position on the 10. So Vann Corteza, is going to take a 3-1 lead. in this race to 7.
Yeah, so there we have it. 3-1 in favor of Vann Corteza.
Once again, for those of you just joining us, this is day number 2 of the Origin Cup, our first tournament for the year, brought to us, of course, by Bugsy Promotions and Origin Carbon Fiber Shafts. And Vann Corteza is aiming to be the 6th member of the quarterfinal cast after Dennis Orculio, who defeated Eji Geronimo yesterday 7-4. Also, Ronnie Alcano, who beat the 15-year-old Benok Regalario 7-6. Anton Raga, who beat the legend Francisco Bustamante 7-2. Jundel Mazon, who beat one of the top seeds Carlo Biado 7-6. And Jericho Banyares, who had an easier time over Roberto Gomez 7-2. So those are your 5 quarterfinalists so far. And of course, the quarterfinals will begin later on. 6 p.m. will be the first quarterfinal matchup, and you don't want to miss this one. It's already between Dennis Orculio and Ronnie Alcano. That's the first quarterfinal. And the second quarterfinal will be at 7 p.m. between Anton Raga and Jundel Mazon.
Jundel Mazon, who defeated Carlo Biado yesterday.
With a great game plan.
Yeah. So, sino sa ano? Sino sa kina Dennis and Anton Raga?
Yeah.
Sa match nila ang sa tingin mo?
This I can't tell. This is still a race to 7.
Yeah.
Anything can happen. But of course, the winner of this match between Vann Corteza and Michael Feliciano will face Jericho Banyares in the quarterfinals. And then the winner of the Jonas the Jonas Magbantay and Baset Mokaybat match later on, and the Antonio Lining Roland Garcia match will be clashing in the final quarterfinal match tomorrow. So the action tomorrow begins at 3 p.m. So Vann Corteza now up 3-1. Made 2 balls on the break. And does not have a shot on the 2 ball, however. So he will be pushing out. And our comment section starting to flood now, Mr.
Yeah,
AJO.
that's right. Ito si Albert Gueco. Pa-shoutout naman si Noel Zarate. Yan.
Yes, sir.
Kay Big Boy.
Hey,
sa
how are
Last
you?
Shot Billiards, FCM Mall.
Hey, how are you, sir? Kamusta? We are doing our best to keep you guys entertained.
Si Miguel Ferrer, yan. Lagi ko nakikita to. Mga very familiar names na laging nanonood kahit sa Sharks 9-Ball Showdown.
Vann Corteza jumping the 4 ball, making contact with the 2. And look at this. Puts it behind the 3 ball. So another problem here for Michael Feliciano on how he's going to get to the 2. He can go one rail, the side rail. That's the only escape at least I can see. I don't know if you see any other way here, AJ. He's calling the 2 ball. So he's going to try to go swerve.
Kick.
Oh, kick, yeah.
2. Yun.
Called it in the side. And
Pero kita to.
Sort of. Not quite sure if Corteza has a shot. Yeah, Corteza can just put the cue ball back where it was.
From Mark Anthony Pequeras, pa-shoutout po sa Pinoy Hustlers sa Vancouver, Canada. Shoutout to you guys, and thank you for watching.
What time is it in Vancouver at this moment?
Also to Edward Hoffman.
Yeah.
Shoutout from the U.S. West Coast.
Vann went for that one.
It's going to be a sellout, though.
Yeah. Not only is it a sellout, now it's an open table for Michael Feliciano. Agent X44 about to go in action. Yeah, one of the dark horses in this tournament. Yeah, with that shot and the angle on the 3, AJ looks like he can get to the 4 easily.
Yes. Going 3 rails. landing perfectly on the 4.
Yeah, and also a good angle to get up for the 5. So, winning a safety battle against Vann Corteza is not easy. Michael Feliciano knows Vann Corteza very well. And Feliciano will have no problems cleaning up the rack. Cutting the lead now of Vann Corteza to just 1.
So he landed straight on the 7. So he needs to draw this.
And manufacture this shot. Of course, after the competition for today, AJ, let's just invite everybody to witness our amateur showdown tonight in the Sharks 9-ball showdown.
Right. 9 p.m.
Yeah.
Sharks 9-ball showdown. Wag niyong kakalimutan po yan, ha? Ang battle ng mga amateur players natin.
Then they will be playing on the same table as these pros playing in right now. So it will be Michael Feliciano taking down rack number 5. And Vann Corteza still leading 3 racks to 2, race to 7. Once again, the winner taking on Jericho Banyares in the quarterfinals. This is a single elimination tournament, by the way. So 1 miss, you die. Or 1 miss, not really die. You get eliminated. 1 miss, you get eliminated.
So shout out to Christian Zara. Good day, Sir Noel and Sir AJ, watching again from Bahrain. Bahrain, solid Shark Fanatics. Yes, definitely. Itong si Christian
That's
Zara.
right, one of our top fans. Thank you for...
Gabi ko nakikita itong si Christian Zara. Napaka-active.
And you guys are now being treated to world-class international 10-ball action from some of the best pros in the Philippines. And right now it will be the break of Michael Feliciano against Vann Corteza here in rack number 6. And this is day 2 of the Origin Cup.
So we have a question from Jonathan Lopez. Where can we see the brackets? So I think it's available in our Sharks page, right?
Yeah, it's on the Sharks Facebook page.
Sharks Facebook page.
Yeah, you can see the brackets there. And the matchups also. If it's not there, then we can just tell you verbally how it works.
Ito from Anito Kid of Billiards, a hat tip to our commentators for their insightful and spot-on commentary.
Thank you very much, sir.
Complimenting very well the exciting match. And kudos. Thank you very much, Sir Anito.
And of course, we also have our sponsors to thank for this.
Of course, Bugsy Promotions, Origin Carbon Fiber Shafts, Billy's Resort in Oslob, Cebu, Aqua V, V-Lugaw, ang lugaw ng Cubao, Mudcakes by V, kay Karex Kayanong ng Target on air sa DZME 1530 kHz, Bounce Apparel, Music Avenue, Vehement, all about the process, Lulu's Apple Pie since 2000, Dehadista and Liamadista Sports Bar in Quezon City.
So now, Jonas, I'll make that Michael Feliciano breaking here in rack number 6. Got a ball down on the break. And looks like he's got a shot. No ball down on the break. Check that. It's Vann Corteza. Clean shot on the 1, but this could be another defensive contest to open this rack. So it looks like he's going to send the cue ball up table.
Went for the bank, but did he call the 1 ball?
He called it. Of course, Jaynard Orke, one of the strictest referees that we have here. The problem with this shot going offensive is that he's very far from the 2 and he's bridging over the 3.
So ito yung kinaganda talaga dito sa ating event, no? Hindi lang ito na may napapanood tayong match, no? So dito sa ating mga comment section, nagkakita-kita at nag-uusap-usap ang mga
Yes.
magkakaibigan sa
Right,
community.
right. In the billiards community. And
That's
we have
right.
a large pool community here in the Philippines and also those from abroad.
Mhm.
As you mentioned, we do have a fan base now in Vancouver, Canada,
Oo, tsaka sa
in Bahrain.
UAE.
Yeah. And also we have some friends from Qatar. We have some viewers also from Australia. So thank you for joining us on our Facebook page and our YouTube page as well. So Michael, make that Vann Corteza now.
From Albert Agustin, call shot po ba ito?
Yes. Yeah,
Call
Michael
shot po.
Feliciano called that shot. Yeah, these are international rules, of course, that the players are following. And it looks like Michael was able to solve all the problems on the table now. The 6 ball does pass the 10. And of course, for the amateur players who are watching, you can learn so much about not only the way these players pocket, but also the way they manipulate the cue ball. It's just going to go slide this one. I'll make that go 2 rails.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Michael Feliciano, no nonsense billiards right now. He knows he could be the underdog in this match against Vann Corteza.
Uh-oh,
So he's leaving
almost
nothing to
got
chance.
hooked.
Yeah. That would have been really unfortunate.
That's right.
He is just doing everything by the book at this moment. And Michael Feliciano, a.k.a. Agent X44, has now tied this match at 3 racks apiece.
So yan na, 3-all na tayo. At race to, ano na lang to? Race to 4.
Race to 4. Yeah. And there's so many surprises. Of course, if you recall day 1 action, Ronnie Alcano was already on the hill at 6-2. And here comes the 15-year-old winning 4 straight racks. But unfortunately, Benok Regalario had a dry break in rack number 13. And Ronnie Alcano just ran it out. Same thing also with Carlo Biado and Jundel Mazon. Going hill.
So this break is brought to you by Origin Carbon Fiber Shafts.
Yeah, looks like
The
the
one
one ball
ball
is down,
One ball went.
which
No
is
shot on the
unfortunate
2.
for Michael Feliciano. Now he has to play a push out on this 2 ball. Yeah, we should give Jaynard Orke a microphone so we can hear his voice very clearly also.
Yeah. The Michael Tab
Michael Tab of the Philippines.
of the Philippines.
He actually liked it when we called him the Michael Tab of the Philippines. Of course, referring to Makaila Tab, the known international referee. So this is going to be a push out. And actually pushes out to a spot where Dennis can actually make that Vann can actually attack the 2 ball. Didn't create any mess with the balls as well. So I'm wondering what that push out was about for Michael Feliciano. Vann's pocketing was not at par that time.
Yeah, he was thinking about getting perfect on the 3.
Yeah. Well, this shot appears to not bank. Doesn't look like it can bank because the 9 is in the way.
At itong si Eric Bayhon.
Yeah.
Ayan. Good afternoon, pare ko. Sabi niya, also known as Secret Weapon. Itong si Agent X44.
Yeah, secret weapon, that's
The
why.
Secret Weapon.
Well, actually, Mr. Bayhon is the secret weapon.
That's right.
He's one of the best kept secrets in the billiards industry. So what to do here because it does not bank. Or does it?
Ano kaya moniker nito ni Eric Bayhon?
We should think of something.
No?
Yeah, I would call him
Kaya
the secret
pwede.
weapon.
O kaya the machine gun. O kaya ano pa ba?
The battering ram.
Pwede.
We'll have to think of something though. But Vann Corteza can see a bit of this 2-ball. Might even see enough of it to attack. There is a scratch on this shot if he's not careful, but yeah, he's just weighing his options. Hard to play safe on this also, but you actually can. The 7-ball. Tries to hide it behind the 7 at least. But gets it behind the 10. Wow, we didn't see that one coming.
Wow. Nice
Amazing.
control.
Yeah. Amazing safety shot there from one of the best in the world. Vann Corteza, the Slayer. This is highly improbable to get out from. Unless you play an intentional foul. No, it looks like he's gonna Z this one. No, he just plays an intentional foul now. So another safety war won by Vann Corteza, who was named after a famous American actor by the name of Lee Van Cleef.
So dun
Yeah, that's where he got
nakuha
his
yung
name.
pangalan niya.
Yeah. Because he's the only Vann other than the actor I know in the world. Yeah, but he did say that his father named him after the actor. So it appears that Vann Corteza is going to try to use... I'm not quite sure if he can get to break the 10-5 on the shot on the 3. Oh, he can. Yeah, he can.
Using inside.
Yeah. He can drop this into the side pocket. Control the cue ball. He'll have a good shot at the 5 and problems would be solved.
From Gonzalo Roman, shoutout sa lahat ng members ng MEBC.
Shout out to everybody.
Yes.
Part of the MEBC community. Yeah, Vann Corteza has figured this table out already. He figured the layout. Not a problem now.
And we have a top fan, si Grewal Iqbal. Shoutout from Sacramento, California.
Hey, what time is it in Sacramento now? In Sacktown, it should be around almost midnight if you're still on daylight savings time.
Also to Eliseo Amaro and Crunch Abilar.
Yeah, thank you guys for joining us again. This is day 2 of the Origin Cup, our first international or our first tournament of the year featuring these professionals. These are all professional players from the Philippines. And a lot of them, well, all of them were invited actually by Bugsy Promotions and, of course, Origin Carbon Fiber Shafts. Not all of those who were invited will count. Not all of those who were invited, however, were available for this this tournament schedule. Everybody's looking for guys like Efren Bata Reyes, Jeff DeLuna. They were all not available for this schedule. So we do have these 16 players who were available. It promises to be a pretty good and entertaining tournament as Vann Corteza has reclaimed the lead now, 4-3 against Michael Feliciano.
Pero this seems to be a very tight match between them.
Yeah. And of course, this is a matchup between two people who know each other's strengths and weaknesses very well. being partners, former partners in the doubles events. They actually won that in Bacolod together in one of the Senator Manny Pacquiao stagings.
So yeah, we're in rack 8 now. And shout out also to Norbin Mora Camilan. Camlian. Norbin Mora Camlian.
Dry break here for Vann Corteza and an open layout for Michael Feliciano. So this, barring any mistakes, we could have another tied match. Yeah, super open layout here. Came up probably a little straight on the 2.
And there's an angle.
Okay, there is. There's an angle.
Yung top shot talaga medyo
Yeah, it looked like it was straight from the top shot.
Lands well for the 3.
Yeah.
Ito, pwede atang mabump niya tong 4. Ayun, naiwasan pala.
Yeah, put the 4 in the same, actually 4 and the 5.
Dinaya yung bulsa.
Yeah, 3, 4, 5 in the same pocket.
Shoutout to Gonzalo Roman sa lahat ng members ng Banato Billiard Club in Cabanatuan City.
Kamusta kayo dyan sa Nueva Ecija? And this is gonna be what we call in Tagalog, ilagari shot.
Ilagari shot.
Just go back and forth. Also, for somebody who hasn't played on this table before, Michael Feliciano has a good command of the speed and how this table runs. But again, these pros have been subjected to so many different conditions outside. Watch out. Oh, wow.
Ayan na. At tumayo na kaagad tong si Idol.
Yeah.
The Slayer.
So the Slayer suddenly given this open layout that I'm not quite sure if Michael Feliciano missed on a positional shot from the 6 to the 7, but the result now will be Vann Corteza capitalizing on this.
Ito pare, wait lang ha. Itong si Tochi Azares, shout out sa Billiards Club ng Sotanghon Street.
Where's that?
Sa Maysan, Valenzuela. Nagutom tuloy ako. Na-imagine ko tuloy yung napanood kong Sotanghon.
Sorry, guys, don't get AJ into the food realm right now. A mere mention of any form of food will switch. He flicks on a switch.
Yeah.
Well, Vann Corteza now taking a 5-3 lead in this race to 7, 2 racks away from the quarterfinals, and he will be breaking in rack number 9.
And of course, maraming salamat sa Bugsy Promotions, Origin Carbon Fiber Shafts, Billy's Resort in Oslob, Cebu, Aqua V, V-Lugaw, ang lugaw ng Cubao, Mud Cakes by V, Kikarex Kayanong ng Target on Air sa DZME 1530 kHz, Bounce Apparel, Music Avenue, Vehement, All About the Process, Lulu's Apple Pie since 2000, Dejadista Sports Bar, and Liamanista in Quezon City.
So once again, this is day 2 of the Origin Cup. Thank you for joining us. Noel Zarate with AJ Ong and Vann Corteza about ready to break in rack number 9. And this break is brought to us by Origin Carbon Fiber Shafts. Our referee, Jaynard Orke, has just informed us of the situation right now. This is Vann Corteza breaking to get to the hill. And he did make a ball on the break. But I'm not quite sure if he can negotiate the 1 ball right now, AJ.
Yeah, sa top view natin, parang blocking siya sa 8, no?
Mm-hmm.
I think the 8 is in the way, pero teka. Hindi ko pa masyadong ayun.
Yeah, you can see a bit of it. Yeah, but looks like he is going to try to clip the one ball. Yeah, and send the cue ball down table. Excellent. Look at all the traffic now. Well, he's the primary blocker now. AJ's the 6 ball.
Yeah. Ano to? Kay from Colin Ving, no?
Yeah.
Please pa-shoutout kay Chad Sia, admin ng Bacolod Billiard Buy and Sell. Ayun.
Wow.
Thanks for the live streaming, mga sir.
Yeah, thank you also for joining us. He's going to go rail first now. Michael Feliciano trying to attack the one ball. Nicely done.
Rail first, ganda. Pero,
yeah, he's okay on the 2.
Yun, sakto. So he landed straight on the 2. He's gonna draw this cue ball for the 3. Oh, yun lang.
Well, unforced error number 2 now for Michael Feliciano.
And Levan will gladly take this.
Yeah, and at this stage of this match, this could be devastating for the chances of Michael Feliciano to upset Vann Corteza.
After this rack, if Levan gets this, he'll be on the hill.
Yeah, he is 2 racks away from advancing to the quarterfinals and taking on Jericho Banyares, who is waiting in the quarterfinals. Of course, after this, we will have the matchup between Baset Mokaibat and Jonas Magpantay.
And thank you, Sir Baby Steps, Ren De Vera. Shout out to Sharks and their sponsors, providing quality amateur and pro pool events during this challenging times.
Of course, we thank you for your acknowledgement of the efforts being done by Bugsy and the Origin. And of course, our friends at Sharks. Also, looks like Vann Corteza is going to send this 4 ball somewhere else. Oh, no, it can fit.
Yun.
Wow, nicely done.
Lusot. Shout out to Rudy Yee and Renz Policarpio. Sabi niya maganda si itong si Michael Feliciano versus Panday.
Well, yeah. Well, Michael Feliciano's got a lot of catching up to do because
kung gusto niya mangyari yun.
Yeah, it appears that Vann Corteza is 3 balls away from being on the hill.
Also, a shout out to Giona Christine Gregorio, ang misis ni Bubuit.
Uy, that's a guy we miss in this tournament.
Pero yun na nga, at yung mga nagtatanong at nagtataka kung ba't wala si Idol Johan Chua, sumagot na po siya dito sa ating comment section.
Yeah. And look at this. Vann Corteza.
On the hill.
On the hill
Ayan
now.
Na.
And AJ is rejoicing because Vann's one of his last men standing. We both lost 2. Just to update, as commentators, we picked 3 people that we think would go all the way. So we have a last man standing. So AJ's picks were Dennis Orculio, Carlo Biado, and Vann Corteza. Unfortunately, Carlo Biado did not advance. Vann Corteza is 1 win away from advancing, and Dennis Orculio already beat Edgy Geronimo to advance.
Yesterday, yeah.
My picks, of course, were Roberto Gomez, Anton Raga, and Nicoy Lining. Nicoy is going to be seeing action in the last match of the round of 16, and I have lost Roberto Gomez already.
Yeah.
But my Anton Raga is still alive, and Anton Raga will be facing Jundel Mazon in the quarterfinals. So AJ and I have lost 2 guys each. Or 1 person each.
Dalawa na lang.
Yeah.
Tigilawa na lang tayo.
Well, let's see if Michael Feliciano can still bounce back from being down.
Well, pwede. Tingnan
6-3
natin. Pero
right now.
kailangan ni Levan dito is a good break. Pero pag hindi, ayun, hindi malabo na makakahabol tong si Agent X44.
And the Slayer breaking for the match.
Shoutout pala ito kay Robert Ace Escaro. Pa-shoutout mga sir, great job commentating. Raga versus Banyares ang finals na gusto niya makita.
And Didn't you get enough of the Raga versus Banyares
Yeah,
race
yung
to
ano,
50
race to
the other
50.
day? Yeah.
Siguro nabitin pa siya.
Yeah.
Ayun, di ba? So, gusto niya makita ulit
We
sa
had a
finals itong
race,
dalawang to.
yeah, we had a race to 50 between Jericho Banyares and Anton Raga. Two-day event. And the final score there was 50-45. That's how close it was.
Yeah.
With Anton Raga winning. Push out time now for Vann Corteza. Oh, he didn't want it to go that far. So I'm not quite sure if Michael Feliciano is going to take this on and gives it back to Vann Corteza, who's now going to have to go either one rail or two rails to get to the one. Chooses two, almost scratches. And still successful hiding it. Apologizing actually to Michael Feliciano. And looks like he's going to kick at this one ball. And try to contain behind the four. What looks like Vann can see the entire one ball. Yeah, there have been problems that develop now at the table. The 5, the 7, and now the 1 is going to join that bunch. So this is a messy rack that somebody needs to clean up.
Ito, we have a comment from Carl Ocampo. What's up with all the shout out, man? Mahilig talaga magpapansin ng mga Pinoy, hindi naman.
This is just a great opportunity.
Their way of saying na yun, sinusuporta nila yung live stream natin, di ba? At itong event natin. And yung pagpapansin natin sa mga shout out is one way of acknowledging yung love and support na binibigay nila.
Right. Michael Feliciano failed to hit a rail after the 3-rail kick shot on the 1. That's ball in hand now for Vann Corteza. An opportunity to restore some kind of order with the way the balls are laid out right now. Well, he's just going to take care of the business from the 1 and to the 2. That 7 ball is still in no man's land, but maybe if he can get under it later on, he'll be okay.
Aba, ito, Jericho Banyares. Yan, pa-shoutout kay Berting Kayabyab ng Barangay Pitong Gatang.
Hello, Mr. Panday. Watching us here on the live stream. Yan, pagkakataon nyo na guys. To say hi to the Panday who is waiting. He's watching this because the guy who wins this will be going up against Jericho Banyares in the quarterfinals. And it's starting to look like Vann Corteza might be the guy.
So, Mami, I'll do my best to review all the shoutouts.
Yeah, you can actually start doing it right now.
Oo, kasi it's flooding, it's kind of flooding na. Pero ito, si Xiao Zuma. Pero Pinoy ito, di ba? Nalala mo
Yeah,
si Xiao
remember.
Zuma. Xiao Zuma. Shoutout sa mga commentator na supportive. Ayan.
Thank you very much, sir.
And to Roberto Caraan, Nate Keith Navarro, Bernie Bautista, kay Adonis Navarro Soriquez, and kay Edmond Jenny.
Yeah.
Ayan.
Good afternoon to you guys. Vann Corteza sees that the 7 can't go down this corner pocket. He can just draw it back a bit to get good position on the 8. And it looks like Vann Corteza, barring any catastrophic error like that.
Uh-oh.
That was a catastrophic error.
And look, he has an 8-10 combination available if he wants to take it on.
That was a
Well,
miss. Fourth unforced error. Uncharacteristic for Vann Corteza. And the 10 ball is deposited easily by Michael Feliciano. And this is going to extend this match. As we thank our sponsors.
Yes, Bugsy Promotions, Origin Carbon Fiber Shafts, Billy's Resort in Oslob, Cebu, Aqua V, V Lugaw ang lugaw ng Cubao, Mudcakes by V, kay Karex Kayanong ng Target on Air, sa DZME 1530 kHz, Bounce Apparel, Music Avenue, Vehement, all about the process, Lulu's Apple Pie since 2000, Dejadista Sports Bar, and Llamadista in Timog, Quezon City.
If you're wondering why AJ's voice and my voice sound a little funny and a little muffled, because we are wearing our masks while we are doing this broadcast.
Syempre dapat kailangan.
We are still following all of the protocols.
Shout out to Norman Hill from Canada. And to Daryl June Flores. Ayan, ito sabi ni Paul Khalil. Limako, sabi niya hardware is still open. So meaning, ito, pwede pang si Michael Feliciano makahabol at manalo. So, ayan na.
We'll
Tingnan
see.
natin. Let's see.
Because that almost happened to Ronnie Alcana yesterday when he was up 6-2. He was on the hill 6-2. And then the 15-year-old Benok Regalario came storming back. The 10 ball goes down. Of course, there is no golden break in this 10 ball.
10 ball.
But there is a lot of issues now on the table.
Teka lang, may nabasa ako dito. Natatawa ako. Ewan ko lang kung totoong lugar to. Ito. Wait lang. Sabi ni Casanor Sultan, shout out from Encantadia.
Well, I would like to go there.
Para ma-meet yung apat
I would like to meet
babae.
I would like to meet everybody in that land. Let's see now. If the one ball is seen here, now there's going to be a push out, so the one ball is not seen. And then issues at the table. 3 and 9, 2 and 8 are together. Pushed it out to a jump shot behind the 10.
Yan, Rico Santiago is in the house.
Oh,
ating,
Mr. Origin himself.
Mr. Origin.
Yeah. So this will be returned to Michael Feliciano, and he's going to take on the jump shot. But he called the 6 ball. And gets the 6 ball. But again, this table is far from being done. Actually, I think the 2 does pass the 8 to the side pocket.
But the problem is the 3
The 3
ball.
9, yeah.
Yeah, the 3 ball and the 9 ball. So I think Michael will hide the cue ball behind that cluster.
Yeah, 3 and 9. Actually makes sense over attacking on this 1 ball.
Tries to hide it, but
he got it behind the 5.
yeah, but successful anyway.
Yeah. And also broke up the issues between the 3 and the 9.
Kind of a two-way shot.
Yeah. So
Dual purpose.
yeah, so yeah, Vann Corteza is called the 1 ball in the corner pocket. He's gonna kick 1 rail.
Teka, natatawa na naman ako sa mga comment ng mga Sharkanatics natin.
Mhm.
So, nagtataka kasi yung isang Sharkanatics natin na bakit po laging nahuhulog yung cheese? Well, that's, di ba, parang
Yeah.
simula kahapon, di ba, nanuhulog
Yeah,
naman
if
yun ng
it goes in, right?
Oh,
Yeah.
tas ito, may sumagot naman. Sabi, kasi sinasar ko. sabi ni Renz Policarpio, kasi sinasar ko. Pero naman, di ba, yung 10, hindi madalas.
Only Filipinos will come up with something like that.
Hindi madalas na pumasok. Pero yun nga, pansin ko nga din kahapon din.
Yeah,
no?
yeah.
Ilang beses pumapasok yung 10 ball.
Yeah. It's a matter of how you break. Right now, Michael Feliciano is about to break this rack wide open. And whoever said the hardware is still open.
Yun na nga, it's possible pa, no? Na makahabol. Itong si Michael Feliciano.
Yeah.
Shoutout to Marlo Obedencio. Shoutout mga bisdak in Calgary, Canada.
Wow. The Cebuano community in Canada. Yeah, and everything is now laid out very easily now for Michael Feliciano, Agent X44, our 35-year-old from Laguna. And he is 2 balls away from being just 1 rack down. Michael Feliciano.
Ayan.
Now just down 1. It is still Vann Corteza on the hill. 6-5 now. Back-to-back racks won by Michael Feliciano.
Si Con Pagdanganan. Ito, friend ko to eh. AJ, nandito ka lang pala. Maghapon kita hinahanap. Bakit mo ko iniwan sa hotel habang natutulog?
And AJ living up to his moniker as Chick Boy.
Hindi, itong si Con Pagdanganan, gusto rin niya sumali sa Sharks 9 Ball Showdown. So, pare ko, just message our page para malaman kung may spot pa tayo, kung meron pa tayong slot para sa'yo.
Well, so for those of you who are wondering why AJ Ong's moniker is Chick Boy, because he
pwede
is...
sa chick, pwede sa boy. Yeah. Yan ang sabi nila. Ay, nako. Minamalas na nga ako dito sa moniker na yan. Eh, no?
I think it actually is pretty good.
Pretty good for the comedic relief.
Yeah, look at that. 3 balls going down though on this break.
Pero itong dos, kailangan niya mag-push dito.
Yeah, and then suddenly there's a cluster of balls also. That there's the 2, 3, 5. Everybody left actually almost is there. That was a great break though. Bad result with the cue ball for Michael Feliciano. Yeah, this push out. Where does he send this?
Kailangan niya pag-isipan na mabuti ito kasi syempre ito yung pangtay niya or ito yung papatay sa kanya.
Yes.
Diba?
Vann Corteza is on the hill, so Michael Feliciano, he can push out to a jump shot because anywhere else would probably sell out the 2 to the side. He's selling out the 2 to the side by doing this.
It goes past the 5, so pwede sa corner din.
Yeah. Oh, this looks like an open layout if Vann Corteza can make this 2. Yeah, he's calling the corner.
So ano to, saywar ba to? No?
Well,
parang saywar
I'm thinking Michael is saying that Vann missed a long shot earlier, sort of looking like this, long and straight, probably knowing that this could be one of Vann's
weaknesses for tonight. For this,
or
this
overall,
match.
Give him a long straight shot. It's 50-50.
But this
Not
time,
this time though.
The Slayer is on, and the 3 goes past the 6.
Yes, it does. And he can just play this as if it were a stop ball. It's going to slide enough to get to the 4. And Vann Corteza now looking good here. That's it. Good control of the cue ball. Not letting it go too far away. Probably take the 5 into the corner pocket.
Yan, tingnan natin. Pero, iniisip ko kanina, what was he thinking leaving that kind of shot? Actually, yun nga, roll in, hindi naman kadalingan, pero
but
syempre.
again, you have to remember that the shot of Vann on the 10 ball earlier was similar to that, and he missed it.
And he missed. Ayun na nga. Pero syempre, hindi naman palagi.
Yeah.
Ganun, diba?
Or these guys know each other
At
well.
this level.
No, these guys know each other well. So probably Michael is thinking, if I give Vann a long straight shot, there's a 50-50 chance that he's not going to make it.
Pero yun na nga, na-address naman na yung sitwasyon na yun.
Yes.
Ito naman ang problema ngayon, the 5 to the 6.
Yeah, he's
So ito na lang yung key shot. If he, after potting the 5 and if he gets to the 6 somehow,
he's going to have to cut
over.
on the 6. Yeah, he's going to have to cut on the 6 though. Yeah, he plays it this way. It's going to be a cut shot on the 6.
But did he get there?
Did he get enough?
Yeah,
is the
did he
question.
get enough of the 6?
Yeah, he's
But
smiling.
Yun na nga. Pende, he's smiling pero naririnig ko yung ano niya eh. Ganon.
Yeah.
So mukhang hindi nga
Sure,
nakarating.
yeah. So if this was the plan of Michael to put him in this situation, he's thinking like Vann already.
Yeah, that's right. So nag-succeed siya.
Yeah.
So let's see kung anong
He's gonna call it the opposite corner, so he's gonna play a bank.
dual shot. So I think
Yeah.
may may protection sa 9. Naku, kaso nga
No,
lang.
he's gonna sell it out.
Yeah, yun na nga.
He did not go behind the 9. Wow.
Uh-oh.
So that was like a 3 shots ahead safety
Yeah.
coming from Michael. There's your answer. He went 3 shots ahead, seeing how it would lay out for Vann Corteza, and he won. Oh!
And yun lang.
1 shot takes everything away.
Yeah. And kitang-kita sa mukha ni Michael Feliciano na bewilder siya dun
Yeah,
sa
because he played a
sa ginawa
great
niyang tirang
safety.
yun.
Yeah, he played a great push out to put the Vann in a situation where he would have
Yeah.
problems, and now
Yun na nga, it was
he just needed to make that 6, and we would have a hill match. Instead,
yun ang yung golden opportunity niya
yeah,
to tie this match up.
instead Vann Corteza has 2 balls remaining to advance to the quarterfinals.
And there we have it. Ito na.
Yeah,
The Slayer.
and the Slayer will slay
will
his good
slay.
friend.
Ito
That's
na.
it.
There we have
Yeah.
it. Vann Corteza winning against Michael Feliciano 7-5. At ang susunod na matchup natin will be
Yeah, Baset Magkaibat taking on Jonas Magpantay. So we now have 6 quarterfinalists in the Origin Cup who will be joining them. Of course, this matchup has Vann Corteza winning, and he will be going up against Jericho Banyares tomorrow at 3 p.m. So the Slayer versus Panday. Up next, Baset Mokaibat taking on Jonas Magpantay, and we will have that match for you in just a few. But of course, thank you to our sponsors.
Bugsy Promotions, Origin Carbon Fiber Shafts, Billy's Resort in Oslo, Cebu, Aqua V, V-Lugaw ang lugaw ng Cubao, Mudcakes by V, kay Karex Kayanong ng Target on Air sa DZME 1530 kHz, Bounce Apparel, Music Avenue, Vehement, All About the Process, Lulu's Apple Pie since 2000, Dehadista Sports Bar in Llamadista in Quezon City.
Looks like all the pros are down there. We'll join them for a bit, and we'll be back to give you more action from the Origin Cup. Stay with us.